So now it's the next day. I just got back from the parts store and it's about 11 o'clock. I got myself some brake clean. I got myself my clutch alignment tool. Advanced Auto was the only place in town that had it. They said they had 2 clutch alignment tools in the whole store, and one of them was for my Miata. So I really lucked out today. Got that. Now I can put the trans and the clutch and everything back on the engine. That way we can see if we can do a compression test later when Kyle gets home from school. I'm going to try to put everything on there and get it ready so that he can just come in and be here for the test, and we'll see if this engine's junk or not. But now it's time to get to work. Once everything is lubed up, now you can see I have my transmission on my jack. This is because I'm alone, and I think I could manhandle it, but I'd rather make sure that I get it in right and not break anything while I do it, because as you guys have seen, I have a very bad habit of rushing things, and I'm trying to work on it, so I guess this is a good first step forward. I'm going to just check over everything one more time and make sure it's good before I put it in. Ow. Fuck. Okay guys, so that was a bitch, but got the transmission on. So now that the starter's on as well, all that's left to do is wait for Kyle to get home, and then we can compression test it. And this compression test is pretty much do or die. If the compression is good, I'm going to run that engine. If the compression is bad, I'm going to have to find a new engine. So, I mean, it is what it is, but I'm really anxious. I overthink everything, so I really hope that this works out. I'm optimistic because I think we did everything pretty well. I'm just more hoping that I didn't warp my head. I don't think I did, because whenever it started to overheat, I would kind of just shut it down and it would cool down perfectly fine. I had another car before that I did warp my head on and it would never cool down. It would just stay hot. So we're going to see. Cleaned it up a little bit too while we were at it. Oh yeah, that head looks nice and clean. So does the tranny. I'm going to clean the block too with the pressure washer if this actually works. Otherwise I'm going to just say screw it. And then I'm going to change the color of the valve cover and making this engine look really nice so that it actually fits the car it's in, you know? But this has been really fun. I really, honestly, so when this first happened, I was like really upset that the engine blew. Like, I didn't want to spend the money. I didn't want to have to put a new engine in. But getting to tear down this engine, it's being very nostalgic. And like, it reminds me when me and my brother were working on the RX-7. And it's almost like Legos. It's like very expensive Legos. That's what it's like working with engines. But it's so cool because like you can take something that looks disgusting, you can clean it up, you can refresh it, you can make sure everything's good, and slap it back together and see if it works. And it's so nice hearing a car work after you fixed it yourself. Like that sense of pride that people cannot always say. A lot of people will just take their car to a mechanic, pay a lot of money, and then they'll fix it. And they're like, yeah, it's my car. It's like, yeah, it's your car. But they don't know that sense of pride, even though it takes a while, just to feel it like, I did that. And that's what I'm really hoping to feel after this. Otherwise, I'm going to be like, shit, I fucked up. But we'll see. All right. Sorry about that rant. All right. So Kyle just got back from school and got the timing set on the Miata, got the tension on the belt. I think it looks pretty good. Now we're going to have to find a way how to jump the starter and check this compression. Okay. So, this is just...
Those allergies suck. I can't hardly talk.
This is so that in case he dies, we have filming of it.
Yeah, alright. See what happens. Here we go. Okay, is it grounded?
It's grounded.
Oh, spin.
Alright.
That seems kind of weak. But I mean, it's cranking.
Well, let me get a compression tester. Alright, so we started the BMW to hopefully crank some more out of that battery. Now we're coming over here. Oh, there you go. Still climbing, but
What was it? Really low.
We're at, what is that? I can't read it. Can't read it. 90.
Power it cuts the BMW down. That's insane. Like it starts running shittier. I think this thing might have a grounding issue. But anyway, that's a different problem. Okay.
I mean, it's still climbing when you do it too.
Well, let's go till it stops climbing.
That's not climbing.
Yeah, that's not even doing anything. Listen to the car too. That's weird. Oh,
Nope.
you know, I wonder if the problem with the BMW is a voltage problem. That's
Be.
weird. Like
Oh,
I've
hey,
never seen a car.
What
run
if the
shitty.
voltage problem could attach to the fuel sending unit?
Yeah, you know, that might be it. Dude, that's weird.
I think we need to do a ground check on that.
And secondly, this thing's just not spinning fast enough to really create like.
Yeah. All right, so we did a compression test on all 4 cylinders. This one got just about 90. This one got 90. This one got 90. But this one was reading 0. So we're gonna do a cylinder leak down test and really test this thing out and see if it's our compression tester that might be screwed up or if I'm really running this low of compression. So back to it. Kyle, I have no idea what a cylinder leak down test is, so can you explain?
All right, so cylinder leak down test. So this is our cylinder leak down tester. Yeah. So basically, the way that this works is we're gonna get one tube here, and this tube's gonna go down. It's gonna go in a spark plug hole, and it's gonna connect to this, right? So we're gonna connect this, and then this port's gonna get hooked up to shop air. So once we have it hooked up to shop air, we'll have 2 gauges. We're gonna have this one that we're gonna set to a specific PSI, and then we're gonna have this one. We're gonna check it, see what it is. Then we're gonna fill the cylinder up with air, and we're gonna see if this reading here matches this reading here, or what the variation is, and that's going to tell us if there's a leak down. So basically it's just checking to see if there's air getting past the rings, and if it is, how bad, and is it past what's acceptable. So we'll see what it does, and we'll go from there.
You were saying?
Okay, so we got this hooked up to shop air. We're setting it to 75 psi. Just, it doesn't matter, but it's one of the listings that we have. So we're going to do that. This represents what's going to be in the cylinder. So you can see it's already slightly different. That's just because the gauge isn't 100% accurate. But what we're doing is we're taking this mark and we're going to see how much it drops based off of once we hook up the cylinder. And the amount that it drops is the amount of leakage that we have.
And that we have a formula for over here.
This chart.
And it will tell us exactly. So left-hand side reading versus the right-hand side and the percentage of leakage.
But here's the only thing, the only caveat to this is normally you do this when the engine's warm and it's hot. We can't do that right now, so this is going to be slightly off. But we're just doing it just to get a ballpark. So
And we want to see if there's any leaking at all.
we'll be able to hear it. So let's go do it. Okay, so before it's hooked up, number 1, we're looking at, where are we at? Let's see. So this is like just over 75, and that's like a click over, right? Okay, I'm going to click it in. That's almost 100% leakage, but you can hear it hissing. The valve's not closed. It's not top dead. Try turning the crank slightly till we get it to where it seals.
Alright. You can feel it in the valves.
It's specifically the right valve. This valve is not sealing, but this one is. Yeah, that's a huge leak. I can feel it, actually. Yeah, the valve's not seating. Try turning it a little bit more.
Alright.
Because maybe that's not top down. That felt better. What may have happened is when I hooked it up, I didn't see, but maybe the cams shifted in it. Whoa! Wait, is that coming out over here? Where's that coming out of over here?
It's this one.
This is the right hole?
Second cylinder.
Okay, so it's the right hole. Okay, so exhaust, that's after top dead center. Keep going. We're gonna keep track of this. Keep going. About to get to the intake stroke. Okay, so now the piston should be going down. Okay, it's sucking in air. Keep going. Okay, Now the valve should become closed. It should get close to the top. Okay, stop.
Okay, well, guys, unfortunately, it appears as though these first two cylinders may be our problem. We got these two lined up, and there was good compression. Like, it felt decent. It was hard to turn when we put compressed air in there. But these two just spin freely. Also, if you can see inside here, right up in this spot here, there's oil on the head gasket. So there's oil up on the head gasket here. And there's really no way that oil could have got on top of that, considering it was all clean and the engine's not running. So we're thinking that that's the issue, that the head is just potentially warped. We don't know for sure, but that's what we're going with.